the translation of the 8th. For even on obtaining undisputed sovereignty and an affluent kingdom on this earth and lordship over the gods, I do not see any means that can drive away the grief which is drying up my senses. He said, the grief which I am having by seeing my relatives whom I am required to kill is so much that it can't be expressed, the grief. And then in the 9th, Sanjay said, Sanjay was the person who was telling all this to the king of that time, Dhritarashtra. He was narrating this. Sanjay said, O king, having thus spoken to Shri Krishna, Arjuna again said to him, I will not fight. The greatest warrior declared in the battlefield, I will not fight, and became silent. Finish. What is this? You came for the war, you came with all the preparation, the armies have come, and now at the nick of time, at the real time, you say, I will not fight. What for did you come here? That was the thing in 9th. And in 10th translation, then, O Bharat, Bharat means, O king of Bharat. Bharat was a great man here in this culture, after whose name, one of the names of this country is Bharatvarsh. India is later on given by the British people. So, O Bharat, Dhritarashtra in brackets, Shri Krishna, as if smiling, addressed the following words to sorrowing Arjun in the midst of the two armies. Now from the 11th we will start the real sermon. And here in this 10th, one thing more for you, Shri Krishna as if smiling. As if smiling. What is this? You see, when a person does not know truth or knows very little, that person is capable to give very good lectures. Very good lectures. This is right, this is wrong. Arjun did that in the beginning. Ignorant man, giving great lecture before Krishna. So when he finished and he said, I will not fight, Krishna smiled. Chap, you have come now to the point, I will transform you. You foolish man, saying not fight and giving sermons to me. In the first chapter you will see, he has so elaborately told Krishna, this will be the disadvantage, this will be the ruin of the society by fighting, war is such a bad thing, so many things. And the interesting thing, he says, I am your disciple also. The disciple teaching the Guru. In the beginning many times it happens. In the beginning. Because the disciple wants to see what sort of Guru is this. Let me see. This thing, this is all that happens in everybody's life in a way. Therefore Lord Krishna, as if smiling, a little smile is there. Then the sermon will start. I read the translation of 58. You can all see. When like a tortoise which draws in its limbs from all directions, he withdraws his senses from the sense objects, his mind should be considered as stable. You may be remembering that tortoise withdraws the limbs under that thing. Very hard it is, his back. This is the example given for those who want to develop in the fields of yoga. It is the same thing which I explained to you 2 days ago, that you have to withdraw the senses from the objects of the world. The Rajasic joy, I explained. Rajasic joy you have when the senses are in contact with the objective world. So the Lord is saying that whose mind will be stable, whose mind will be at peace? Only that person's mind who, like a tortoise, withdraws from the external world as the tortoise withdraws its limbs. In the same way, a person who is able to withdraw the senses from the external world, such a person only will get peace. And withdrawing does not mean that you don't eat and you don't see. How will you walk in the street without seeing? And how will you live alive without eating? What is the point? The attachment inside. The attachment. For example, this matter of eating. Eating may have two motivations behind it. One, the relish. Oh, so tasty is the halwa, let me eat more and more. Another, I need food, may it be halwa, for my health. The second is the person following yoga. Health is the aim. First is the person getting entangled in the worldly attraction. Halwa both are eating externally, but the inner thing differs. That is the meaning. I explained to you that when you withdraw from the objective world, there is a separation of the sense from the object. But what about the taste inside? The taste remains. You have decided not to eat yogurt. I will not eat. I will not eat halwa. All right, you come to your room, leaving the halwa or the yogurt, and then you are on your bed. You say, I have given up halwa or yogurt. But now halwa is coming in the mind, here on the bed. In the night also, the dream of the halwa. What will you do now? The relish, that is the problem, the taste. And when the taste goes away, only then you are perfect. So, this is mentioned here in 59. Read the translation. Sense objects turn away from him who does not enjoy them with his senses, but the taste for them persists. This relish also disappears in the case of the man of stable mind when he sees the Supreme. When he sees the Supreme, the taste also goes away. Now you will ask, so the problem will be finally solved when we see the Supreme? Yes, when you see. And you may ask, when can we see the Supreme? My answer is, go on doing things. You will see some time. After reading the 59th, many may feel disheartened, depressed. Many may feel it is difficult and we do not know when will it happen. Don't worry. In the 60th, the Lord is saying that what to speak about the ordinary person. Even a very intelligent person makes the mistakes. Don't worry. So, let us read the translation of 60th. Turbulent by nature. The senses are turbulent by nature. Their nature is like that. Turbulent by nature. The senses even of a wise man who is practicing self-control forcibly carry away his mind, Arjun. Oh Arjun, don't be depressed. Don't be disheartened. even the mind of a, wise man, and not only wise, the wise man is trying to have self-control also. That means a sadhak, a practicant. He is practicing spirituality. Even such person's mind is forcibly carried away. These senses take away the mind. These senses are so strong. They take away the mind. Therefore, Arjun, don't be worried. So, this is for you also. Don't get worried. And there is no other way out. This is the only path. In some life, you have to follow it. Better, it may be followed just in this life. The Lord in the 61st is telling the whole of humanity the method, how to control the mind and the senses. I read again for you. Therefore, having controlled them all and collecting his mind, one should sit for meditation. That means meditation is compulsory. What we are doing every day, problem will not be solved without meditation. Devoting oneself heart and soul to me. What does it mean? You have to meditate. But don't think that through your own effort of meditation and through your own capability and energy, you will be able to win the battle. Then you meditate with whatever intelligence and strength you have, but remember me, the Lord. Depend upon me. Don't depend upon your own efforts. You should make efforts, but for success, you depend upon me. That is the meaning hidden here. For devoting oneself heart and soul to me, for he whose senses are mastered is known to have a stable mind. Without mastering the senses, without controlling them, nobody can control the mind. But what becomes the condition of the person who has followed the yogic path? He says, such a man lives in the world but does not react to the events around him or her. An example has been given of ocean. In the ocean, so many rivers come and mix water and rather get finished from their identity even, the rivers merging into the ocean. The ocean does not transcend its limits, remains in the limit. In the same way, the realized person living in this world remains always peaceful, does not react, does not transgress the limits of courtesy, culture and civilization. 71 verse, the translation you will see, he who has given up all desires and moves free from attachment, egoism and thirst for enjoyment attains peace. Peace, finally, the permanent peace, comes to such a person only, to nobody else. It has never happened to anybody in the whole history of humanity. It is not even at this time to anybody available the permanent peace, except to the person who is according to these parameters found. It will never be in future. So that is the way to find permanent peace. And in the last verse of this chapter, the Lord says, Arjun, such is the state of the God-realized soul. One can find out whether a person is God-realized or not. The yardsticks have been given here. Nothing hidden. Everything clear. You apply the yardsticks and find out. Such is the state of the God-realized soul. Having reached this state, he overcomes delusion. All delusion is gone. And established in this state, even at the last moment, even if it happens at the last moment of life, that is at the time of death, even then he attains Brahmic bliss, means the highest bliss of Brahman, the highest bliss of the spirit, the highest bliss of God. He attains it.